She said it like a toast, like she'd been rehearsing it in the mirror. Thanks for accepting my new boyfriend into our open marriage. Her voice rang across the room, bright and smug, as if she just announced a promotion, not detonated a bomb in my living room on my birthday. The chatter stopped. Glasses froze midair. Even the music seemed to hold its breath. I felt everyone's eyes slice toward me. My wife smiled at them. Then she looked at me. That's when the line snapped. I didn't shout, didn't curse, didn't even blink. I just said quietly, "Then I'm single." And I walked out. I didn't take my coat, didn't take the cake, didn't take the version of myself that used to love her. The door clicked behind me, soft, final. Outside, the cold air felt like truth against my skin. I stood beside my car, letting the silence settle, letting the humiliation burn itself into something steadier, something sharp. My phone buzzed. For a moment, I thought it would be her, apologizing, explaining, begging, but it wasn't her. It was her best friend, Lena. The text was simple. "You don't deserve this. I need to tell you something before she spins another lie." Then another came immediately after. "She's been cheating for months. It wasn't open anything." I stared at the screen, letting the words sink, letting the betrayal shift into a colder, clearer shape. Lena followed with a third message. "And you should check your shared accounts before she drains them." That was the moment everything inside me aligned. No rage, no heartbreak, just purpose. I didn't go home. I went to my office downtown, quiet, empty, familiar. A place where thinking wasn't emotional but strategic. Inside, the low hum of the security lights steadied me. I sat at my desk and pulled up every financial connection between us. Joint accounts, property records, credit lines. Lena's warning wasn't paranoia. My wife had planned something, and she had underestimated the man she thought would break. I didn't break. I calculated. First, I moved my paycheck to a private account. Then I froze the joint cards not canned. Froze. Subtle, inconvenient, inescapably traceable. Then I transferred the remaining shared savings into an escrow account under investigation status. That would lock it until a formal division. She wouldn't be able to touch a dollar without explaining why. My hands didn't shake once. By the time I finished, I saw her name flash across the screen. I let it ring. Silence was its own reply. The next morning she called again and again. Finally, a text. "Where are you? We need to talk." I didn't answer. She needed to feel the absence first. The vacuum, the consequences. Around noon, another message. "The cards aren't working. Did something happen?" I imagined her standing in a grocery store line, bags packed, smile fading. Good. By evening, "Why is the bank saying the savings account is under review? What did you do?" Still, I said nothing. Instead, I sent an email to our landlord notice of separation, request to remove my name from the lease, and confirmation I would be vacating within the month. She'd have to qualify for the rent alone. She couldn't. By nightfall, she showed up outside my office, pounding on the glass door. Her makeup was smeared, her hair tangled from stress and pride. "Open the door," she shouted. I didn't move from my chair. I let her see me through the glass, steady, untouched, unreachable. When her voice finally cracked, that's when I stepped outside. She tried to reach for me, but I took a step back. "Why?" she demanded, almost breathless. "Why are you doing this?" "Because," I said softly, "you announced the end of our marriage at my birthday party like it was a party trick." Her eyes flooded. Not with remorse, with fear. She knew she'd lost control. She just didn't know how badly yet. "I thought we could talk about it," she whispered. "You didn't ask for a conversation," I replied. "You asked for an audience." She blinked rapidly, panic sweeping across her features as she realized the gravity of what she'd done. "You can't just leave." "You left first," I cut in. "You just did it in front of everyone." She reached for some justification, some script, but found nothing. I kept going. "The accounts will be divided fairly," I said. "Legally, you wanted freedom. Now you'll have it with the responsibilities that come with it." She looked small. Then for the first time, she understood she wasn't in control, and that the version of me she relied on, the patient, forgiving one, was gone. She tried to soften her voice. "Can we just go home and talk?" I shook my head. "There is no home. You turned it into a stage." Her lower lip trembled. "I didn't mean—" "Yes," I said calmly. "You did?" She sank against the wall. tears streaking down her face, mascara smudging like bruises. Her voice cracked into a whisper. What am I supposed to do? I met her eyes. Level, unflinching. Learn, I said, from the consequences. I stepped past her, leaving her exactly where she'd left me, publicly exposed, stripped of dignity, forced to face the fallout of her choices. As I walked to my car, she called after me, broken now, pleading. But her voice no longer held power over me. I unlocked the door, slid inside, and started the engine. Before I pulled away, I glanced once at her reflection in the rearview mirror. Desperate, unraveling, silent, a fitting symmetry. Then I said the final words she would ever hear from me. Respect is an ode, it's earned, and you spent yours. I drove off without looking back. And for the first time in a long time, I felt free.